Hey, how's it going? It's December 31st and it's almost 2 in the morning. And like usual, I like to stay up. Um, so yeah, I'm in Massachusetts right now, and I just wanted to get you all up to speed on some of the things that are going on. And so yeah, I would say I've got a little list here, so my eyes will be like, but I'm paying attention to you. I'd say that my trip has definitely gotten a lot better and better. When I first got here, I was just really anxious about um, what kind of reception I would receive from being in a bigger city, so many people, and um, definitely can get into more detail about that. And there's also other stuff about my anxiety about visiting here in previous videos. Um, but originally, the week definitely started really slowly. Um, just had a hard time relaxing. It's kind of ironic because um, when I'm working a lot in my routine, I always feel like I wish I had more time to relax. And then like now it's like I have time to relax and it's just like I'm having a hard time sitting still. But I'm finally just mellowing out and just remembering like this time is for me, and it's been pretty good. So it's taken a bit. Um, so let's see some of the things that have been happening today, or rather yesterday. Um, I actually spent some time with my old high school best friend, and it was really fun just driving around doing errands. I got to see my hometown, um, like different parts, and it's sort of like watching an old movie from the 80s. It's like, oh yeah, and that's there, and a lot of things haven't changed. There are a few things that have definitely changed around the town center, but for the most part, it's amazing how the roads still feel the same, the traffic flows the same way, and I don't know, it was a nice thing. So, um, but yeah, some of the things that we were just talking about, not to give up too much information, but um, just that she's been facing some job discrimination, um, and part of it is her presentation, and part of it is identifying as a lesbian. So that's really generalizing a whole lot. But just for me, like I was just mentioning to her how I never really took into consideration the kinds of struggles that people go through um, on the L through BGT, LGBTQ uh, spectrum. Identifying before as a hetero male, um, it's like I considered myself an ally to her, but I never, in general, but I never really took into, like, I could never really conceptualize the kinds of struggles that she would face. And now that I've come out, and in the past more than a year now, and experiencing discrimination, um, it's like, it's really mind-boggling from that shift from before and after. Um, but on a good note, she was able to at least, kind of get things going and um, get back to work soon, so I'm excited for her. Um, but yeah, my feelings with Boston in general, like, Massachusetts, it's like its claim to fame is really being like the first to legalize um, same-sex marriage in the U.S. Um, but at the same time, like I feel like um, this Massachusetts as a state, it kind of has gotten the cart before the horse. So there are some like progressive changes, some positive changes for human rights. Um, but as far as with like the follow through with it, like there's just so much work that needs to get done. So it was nice to be able to share, though, in some of that grief and griping, and I wish her well. So, um, what else? Let's see. Yeah, I've had a pretty good experience so far. From people in general, I seem to be passing. And I mean, in general, people don't make eye contacts in Boston. They just kind of like don't. They'll make quick eye contact, and then that's just the courtesy around here. But for the most part, I just blend in. Um, so for my own safety, that's been pretty good. Um, and I mean, there was one creepster um, who was following me from the train station, but fortunately, my sister and her wonderful boyfriend came to my rescue. So, um, yeah, and it's been great. And I even today, or rather yesterday, I ventured out to the department stores with my sister to get some like professional grade makeup. And my experiences with the makeup artists there were just really positive, really professional, and really just sweet. So I picked up this. Sorry, it's a reflective derma blend, and some real foundation this time that actually matches my skin color, as opposed to this orange crap that I've been using, but that was the closest that I could get. But the idea that I've been wanting to do is just find makeup that's a lot more accurate, so I don't spend as much time putting on makeup. So this stuff, the Derma Blend, is good for covering like 5 o'clock shadow areas and just dark areas around the eyes, but that has been my primary concern. So I really can't afford electrolysis right now, and if I'm going to do it, it's really important that I do it continuously. So I don't know. I don't know if I can make that commitment. So that's a nice temporary thing. And for people who are curious about it, I will post more about actually using this stuff. But this is about $30, and then this is about $26 for the foundation. So the foundation just looks a lot more natural. So, in terms of makeup for me, like this is like the equivalent of like reaching level 8-1 in Mario Brothers 1, or like level 70 in like Final Fantasy 11. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm just a big geek. So it's a pretty significant step. So yes, it is a lot of money, um, but I feel like it's my skin hasn't been doing too well with what I've been doing. So it's a choice also for my health as well. So, but yeah, I would say that one of the things that really stands out is just like being able to have just a lot of time with my sister, and just being able to kind of experience things in a different way. Like I definitely had some hopes, but I wasn't exactly sure what I was hoping for or expecting. Um, just that, like, getting to know each other more, talking more, and like, it's been so wonderful. Like, um, just shopping, talking, cooking, complaining, laughing, going on YouTube. It's just been, I don't know. I guess like the best way to sum it up was just we were in a department store called H&M, and yeah, I was just there, and I felt like time was just freezing, and I was just really happy, like to be able to share that experience with her. Like this is like the first time we're going shopping together, um, and I don't know. I never realized the kind of camaraderie that happens, um, with the women when they're shopping together. um, and just kind of like the jokes and just like helping each other out, and I don't know, it's a bonding experience. But just being able to get closer to my sister and have sister time has been like a really validating experience towards developing as a woman and growing as a woman. So, um, I'll always be growing, but this is definitely something that has been missing for a long time, that I've been like dreaming about. So, you know, it's been a lot of stress to get out here and get time off of work, and trying to see if I can make it financially possible to come here. Um, but it's been so incredibly worth it, and I know that I don't have as much time now that I'm approaching my last weekend here, before I have to go, but um, it's just been absolutely full of so much growth, and I feel like when I do return back home to Asheville, like, um, regardless of how things turn out, like, I feel like I'm that much more of a solid person, and I feel like also to just, um, I'm ready. I'm ready for more. So I, I'm happy. So now it's New Year's Eve, and I don't know, what a way to mark the end of a year, just like being with family, um, and just I always seem to be giving it my all in terms of pushing myself and pushing my comfort levels, and um, exploring where a transgendered person can go. Um, I don't represent everyone, but I do represent um, a segment. Um, I do expose the world a little bit more, so to transgendered folks. So um, I'm happy. I'm gonna say it over and over again, and I'm gonna actually cut off the video. I think it's getting too long now. But that's it for now. I will probably post at least one or two more videos before I head on back. And so that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And Happy New Year.